Welcome to World Martial Arts Jacksonville. Today we're going to cover a submission that I'm very proud of. It's called the X-Tero or the X-Lock. A lot of moves are created out of adversity. When you sit down and you really think how to overcome someone's offense or someone's defense, you can sit down and you can help to create moves or make moves a little bit better to tweak your own body style or your own technique that you use. What we're going to cover today is something that was discovered, because most moves aren't really created, but discovered early this year in 2008, and it's called the X-Lock or the X-Tero. What brought this move about was the standard Kimura from the guard and not being able to complete that Kimura because either an individual has a very good base or they lock their hands. So I'm going to start from the basic Kimura where I sit up and I get to this position. But what Ellis is going to do is he's going to tuck his wrist into my waist. Okay? Now I just don't quite have this Kimura now because I can't get it free of his waist or my thigh to transition around to the submission. So what I'm going to do here is I'm now going to make sure that he doesn't get his arm out. So he has essentially trapped his own arm. I'm going to dig this in a little bit deeper so that my wrist bone is right against his forearm. I'm going to take this hand as I fall back and I'm going to thread it through. Again, the reason it's called the X-Lock here. I don't lose any ground. That's why I like this move. I'm still in the closed guard. From here, I'm going to squeeze my elbows together and then I'm going to open. Tap. Again, the motion. Squeeze the elbows together. It's a very tight lock. Then I'm going to open. One more time. Sitting up, I'm going to show how this lock is actually applied. Here. Deep on my wrist. And his wrist is going to go here, cupping my bicep. I'm going to feed it through till I can cross my heart in an X. And it's right on his forearm. Elbows together, open. It's a pressure lock and it feels very unique. There aren't a lot of things that actually feel like this move. It is a compression, but depending on the size of the individual, it goes straight to the bone. This can also be applied from side control. I have the Kimura here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go in a little bit deeper than normal. I'm going to take this hand, I'm going to shove it in deeper. Here, I can secure it like this. Here, through. Now this is extremely tight. I'm here. Elbows in, then open. Now depending on the size of the individual, you actually feel the forearm start to bow a little bit. And I'm a firm believer that if this is applied extremely hard, you'd probably break this bone. It'd probably snap. After many repetitions and getting it right, you'll see what I mean. If you have someone, Ellis is a pretty big guy. When somebody has a little bit larger arms or short and stocky forearms, this is a little bit harder to do. On someone either of my stature or Ellis or a little bit slimmer, this can inflict a lot of pain with this X-Lock. Last thing I'm going to show you with the X-Lock from the guard is why I really like it. I'm here. Ellis is going to lock his hands across my stomach. He is no longer afraid of the Kimura. And he probably shouldn't be because I don't have it. But that's okay. He's still wide open for the X-Lock. He feels safe because his hands are locked. I'm going to go back. I want to make sure he keeps his hands locked. As I go back, I can still feed it in here. Nice and tight. Elbows in and open. Tap. Now, this will take some experimentation. Once you rep this and you get it right, you'll catch a lot of people. Reason is people are not used to this type of submission. They think they've defended the Kimura, but they're wide open for the X-lock, for the X-Tero. And good luck, give it a try, and good rolling.